Hare Krishna, everyone. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutle Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktabrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so Hare Krishna, everyone. So we went through a whole circuitous route in understanding the Guru Tattva. We have been going through CC Adi Leela, first chapter, verse number 34th onwards, because we understood that Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is saying that he has explained the Guru Tattva there. While we came to 135, we started seeing how Srila Jiva Goswami in the purport, which Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati took up and which Srila Prabhupada then took up in the purport, that he is defining Diksha Guru in terms of a whole thing which we understood it is the Bhagavata Vidhi of initiation, not just giving mantra. And let me pull that up, because that's the question today. So this was the verse 135 Adi Leela. It says, Mantra Guru Arayat Shiksha Guru Gana Tahara Charana Age Kariya Vandan. And defined Mantra Guru is the initiating spiritual master. And in the previous verse, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada had explained that although others give help in showing the way to beginners, the Guru who first initiates one with the Maha Mantra is to be known as the initiator. So, and basically this is this verse, the 135 is so not only 135 the mantra Guru, initiating Guru, what he's saying, but he's actually underlining it as the Hare Krishna mantra, not just Gayatri mantra and other mantras. Hare Krishna mantra, he's underlining it in the purport, previous purport. So how do we understand this? Because the question rises, Lord Caitanya has already given the Hare Krishna mantra, and everyone anywhere in the world, people start chanting. Not just in Lord Caitanya's sampradaya, so many other sampradayas are also chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. See? So how is that? And that's what the gurus in ISKCON also say, right? That here, this is the mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, and you need a Diksha Guru. This is the mantra Guru. So in the purport, we saw that Srila Jiva Goswami, instead of explaining that way, that the mantra is being given, and that is what the mantra Guru, initiating Guru is, he went through 1, 2, 2, 3, more or less the whole purport is about last. But this question still remains, why mantra Guru? Why not, Bhagavata Guru, whatever? Why the mantra is being given so much prominence? So that's what now let us take up all these questions. Before we go into this more, does anyone have any thought on this till now? This whole summarized concept that which we discussed and how we went through, whether it was not good or about the mantra Guru, anything. Hare Krishna Mathurapati Prabhu.
Well,
Okay.
I would just like to ask, can I ask a question?
Yes, Prabhu, all first.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare
So
Krishna.
from the last class, because I didn't attend that last one, did we have some conclusions or some possible conclusions for all that talks about understanding the body of the spiritual master?
Yes, so we went through, see, this is such really concept which is, Mathura Prabhu, Mati Prabhu, you were in flux, so it's very interesting and important discussion to have among the Prabhupada Nugas and all devotees actually. And so I have been, we went through the different pastimes last week. We finished with the different pastimes which we were seeing different acharyas, different pure devotees, Shakti Vaishavtars who have come and then being impacted by an enemy or somehow they're leaving the body or not and disappearing. So that concept more we just went through those pastimes. We didn't go through actually conclusions as such, other than what I have been coming to in my consciousness more and more, that Srila Prabhupada actually last 18 months Krishna created a Maya body which was poison, and he left behind for to bewilder, but he in his body he just disappeared, just like Mother Sita did. And he's in that form which we see. That form didn't get interned. That form is, he just disappeared, and he's right here conducting the pastimes and as a guru. So that particular thing from, I mean, of course, I don't know whether this is my understanding is correct or not. So in the same mood, what Srila Prabhupada is saying in that letter we were reading, where he says you should discuss this in Ishtagoshti from the standard of devotional service and from the books which we have written, this exact point about what we are discussing. So in that whole mood, now I'm discussing with different devotees, including with the poison devotees, um, Naveen Krishna Prabhu, Dhira Govinda Prabhu, and others. And it's been very interesting. I will, once there is some kind of thought process more, we will share again in future weeks. Let's see how it goes. But it's going very interesting. My understanding is developing quite a lot, so I really want to thank all the devotees for being part of that. So today I was hoping we can continue discussing this part about the mantra guru. And let's go forward in that. And let's see. So our mantra, see, so because we are talking about mantra guru and initiator, spiritual master, so I started thinking, okay, our sampradaya, and especially because this question was in my mind, that it says that mantra, unless it is received in the parampara, it is not effective. So how is that? How does that work? So I thought, okay, let me understand how Lord Brahma was initiated, because he is the originator of our sampradaya. And in that's what I thought, let's take that, because that's how my understanding became more about what we are talking about on this aspect, by reading these verses from Bhagavatam. This is the second canto, 9th chapter. And this chapter is entitled Answers by Citing the Lord's Version, where Shukdev Goswami is talking to Parikshit Maharaj, and he's explaining different, so many things. Part of that, he is now talking about how one can understand the spiritual from the material. So that 6th verse to 9th verse is where he explains the initiation. So I will just read little bit, and if somebody can come in, so I'll just come to the 6th verse. So Lord Brahma, the first spiritual master, supreme in the universe, could not trace out the source of his lotus seat, and while thinking of creating the material world, he could not understand the proper direction of such creative work. nor could he find out the process for such creation. So I won't go in the detail, but this is what we were discussing. The disciple starts with the inquiry mode. Otherwise, there is no need of a guru. So the same thing is being, and Srila Prabhupada talks about the same thing. So let's now here he while thus engaged in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard twice from nearby two syllables joined together. One of the syllables was taken from the 16th and the other from the 21st of the Sparsha alphabets, and both joined to become the wealth of the renounced order of life. That is tapa. Tapa. That was the word, two syllables he heard, tapa. This Srila Prabhupada now explains more about the syllables. The whole mantra, whole concept is talking about syllables. So we'll come to that. So I will skip that too. So he's talking about tapa and how how the disciple needs to understand spiritual subject matters. One needs to do tapa means austerity. So that one is. I'm going to skip that too. People can of course read uh, this thing. Oh, here. Let's read this. This is the verse I wanted to read, sixth verse. Yeah. Can someone start this thing? This. Let us read that. Can someone do this? Volunteers? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Shall I do?
Yes.
Shloka number 6.
Yeah.
Search. Okay, directly from translation. While thus engaged in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard.
Oh, verse you can do verse.
Okay. Sachintayan dve aksharan ekadam dambhasya upasharno द्विर गदितं वचो विभु स्पर्शेषु यद षोडशम् एकविंशम् निष्किञ्चनानां नृप यद धनं विदु स हि चिन्तयन् while thus thinking द्विज द्वि two aksharam syllables ekada once upon a time ambasi in the water upashanot heard it nearby dvih twice gaditam uttered vacha words vibhu the great sparsheshu in the sparsh letters yat which shodasham the 16 ekavimsham and the 21st nishkinchananam of the renounced order of life nirpa o king yat what is dhanam wealth vidhu as it is known. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Translation. While thus engaged in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard twice from nearby two syllables joined together. One of the syllables was taken from the 16th and the other from the 21st of the Sparsh alphabet, and both joined to become the wealth of the renounced order of life. Purport. In Sanskrit language, the consonant alphabets are divided into two divisions known as Sparsh Varnas and Talvya Varnas. From Ka to Ma, the letters are known as the Sparsh Varnas, and the 16th of the group is called Ta, whereas the 21st letter is called Pa. So when they are joined together, the word tapa or penance is constructed. This penance is the beauty and wealth of the Brahmanas and the renounced order of life. According to Bhagavad philosophy, even every human being is meant simply for this tapa and not no other for no other business. because by penance only can one realize his self, and self-realization, not sense gratification, is the business of human life. This tapa or penance was begun from the very beginning of the creation, and it was first adopted by the supreme spiritual master, Lord Brahma. By tapasya only can one get the profit of human life, not by a polished civilization of animal life. The animal does not know anything except sense gratification in the jurisdiction of eat, sleep, be merry, and enjoy. But the human being is made to undergo tapasya for going back to Godhead, back home. When Lord Brahma was perplexed about how to construct the material manifestation in the universe and went down within the water to find out the means and the source of his lotus leaf, he heard the word tapa vibrated twice. Taking the path of tapa is the second birth of desiring disciples. The word upashrunot is very significant. It is similar to upnayan or bringing the disciple nearer to the spiritual master for the path of tapasya. So Brahmaji was thus initiated by Lord Krishna, and this fact is corroborated by Brahmaji himself in his book, the Brahm Samhita. In the Brahm Samhita, Lord Brahma has sung in every verse, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Thus, Brahma was initiated by Krishna Mantra by Lord Krishna himself, and thus he became a Vaishnava or a devotee of the Lord before he was able to construct the huge universe. It is stated in the Brahm Samhita that Lord Brahma was initiated into the 18 letters Krishna Mantra, which is generally accepted by all the devotees of Lord Krishna. We know the same principle
We
because
follow.
we belong to the.
We,
Yes,
we,
bro.
we follow the same principle.
Okay. Samhita is directly in the. Okay. Initiated into the 18 letters Krishna Mantra, which is generally accepted by all the devotees of Lord Krishna. We follow the same principle because we belong to the Brahm Sampradaya directly in the disciplic chain from Brahma to Narad, from Narad to Vyas, from Vyas to Madhva Muni, and from Madhva Muni to Manvendra Puri, and from Manvendra Puri to Ishwar Puri, and from Ishwar Puri to Lord Chaitanya, and gradually to His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, our Divine Master. One who is thus initiated in the disciplic succession is able to achieve the same result or power of creation. Chanting of this holy mantra is the only shelter of desireless, pure devotees of the Lord. Simply by such tapasya or penance, the devotee of Lord achieves all perfections like Lord Brahma.
Mm. So this, very good. Thank you, Prabhu. This, I just wanted to make a couple of points. This, what were that? Which is, it was initiated by Lord Krishna. So this, he was told tapa tapa as the instruction to do penance. It was the beginning of initiation. But he was initiated in the mantra which is called this 18 letter Krishna mantra. This is Ashtottara Shata. No, this Ashtottara, not Shata. Shata means 108, but Ashtottara is 18 in Sanskrit. This 18 letter Krishna mantra is the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And I wanted to make this point about, um, let me bring up this because this will come up and this is important. This 18 letter and 18. how they say it. Dvadaraksha. So it is like this. Om is considered one. Namo two. Om Namo. So two. So total three. Bhagavate. Bhagavate four. Total seven. Vasudevaya. Anyway, I don't know how it is coming to be 18 letter. Anyway, it's a Sanskrit letter. Syllable.
Haha. Aha is also considered as one more syllable, no group.
Okay. Anyway, so syllable are different, then we will come to that. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, let's go on to the next verse. You want to do it, Prabhu? Rancho Prabhu.
Okay, bro. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Nishamyatad vaktir didrikshayadisho vilokya tatranya आपश्यामणाः स्वधीष्ण्यम् आस्थाय विमृश्यतद्धितं तपसि उपादिष्टा इवाधधे मनाः. Synonyms.
Prabhu,
Nishamya.
can I tell you one thing here?
Yes, Prabhu. Gauranga Sundar Prabhu, yes. On the previous verse, yeah.
Yeah, 18 letter Krishna mantra, right?
Yeah.
So 18 letter Krishna mantra is Om Kling Krishna Govindai Gopijana Vallabhai Swaha.
See, here I understand what you are saying, and I've been thinking about this. But here, if you see in this verse, this, see,
Yeah, I understand that.
so
But
that is
he
what.
was initiated by the Kama Gayatri in
Where,
Brahma Samhita,
where
it
is
is
it?
said.
Okay,
Brahma Samhita, Kama Gayatri.
okay,
So
okay,
Kama Gayatri, this Krishna mantra only.
okay. We'll let us bring that up after this verse. If you can tell us which verse it is, we will bring it up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu, go on.
Synonyms.
Yeah.
Nishamya, after hearing. Tat, that. Vaktir, the speaker. Dridrikshaya, just to find out who spoke. Disha, all sides. Vilokya, seeing. Tatra, there. Anyat, any other. Apashyamanaha, not to be found. Swadishnyam, on his lotus seat. Asthaya, sit down. Vimrishya, thinking. Tat, it. Hitam, welfare. Tapasi, in penance. Upadishtaha, as he was instructed. Iva, in pursuance of. Adhadhe, gave. Manaha, attention. Translation. When he heard the sound, he tried to find the speaker, searching on all sides. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of penance as he was instructed. Purport. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma, the first living creature in the beginning of creation. After being initiated by the Supreme Lord to execute tapasya, he was fixed in his determination to do it, and although he could not find anyone besides himself, he could rightly understand that the sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. Brahma was the only living being at that time because there was no other creation and none could be found there except himself. In the beginning of the first canto, in the first chapter, first verse, the Srimad Bhagavatam, it has already been mentioned that Brahma was initiated by the Lord from within. The Lord is within the Lord is within every living entity as a super soul, and he initiated Brahma because Brahma was willing to receive the initiation. The Lord can similarly initiate everyone who is inclined to have it. As already stated, Brahma is the original spiritual master for the universe, and since he was initiated by the Lord himself, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. And in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. After being initiated by the proper spiritual master in that chain of succession, one should engage himself in the discharge of tapasya and the execution of devotional service. One should not, however, think himself on the execution of devotional service. One should not, however, think himself on the level of Brahma to be initiated directly by the Lord from inside, because in the present age no one can be accepted to be as pure as Brahma. The post of Brahma to officiate in the creation of the universe is offered to the most pure living being. And unless one is so qualified, one cannot expect to be treated like Brahmaji directly. But one can have the same facility through unalloyed devotees of the Lord, through scriptural instructions as revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam especially, and also through the bona fide spiritual master available to the sincere soul. The Lord himself appears as a spiritual master to a person who is sincere in heart about serving the Lord. Therefore, the bona fide spiritual master who happens to meet the sincere devotee should be accepted as a most confidential and beloved representative of the Lord. If a person is posted under the guidance of such a bona fide spiritual master, it may be accepted without any doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord.
Great. One thing,
So, Prabhu,
yeah, yeah.
Prabhu, yeah, can you open Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 8th chapter, text 138.
Okay, 1 second. Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Madhya Leela, chapter 8, text 138. In the purport, Prabhupada mentions this. I mean, Brahma being initiated by the Kama Gayatri. Yeah.
You want to read from this? Yeah. Yeah.
You can just someone else can read it. Like,
Are-
read karo.
Anyone else like to read? Wow, this is a big purport, so I don't think we can read the whole thing today. But this is good reference. Let me post it, so at least we will start. Because I wanted to bring up anyway, let's read this. Vrindavane aprakrita navina madana kama gayatri kama bija yana upasana. Vrindavane in Vrindavan, aprakrita spiritual, navina new, madana cupid, kama gayatri hymns of desire, kama bija by the spiritual seed of desire called Klim, Yara of whom Upasana the worship. Translation. In the spiritual realm of Vrindavan, Krishna is the spiritual ever-fresh Cupid. He is worshipped by the chanting of the Kama Gayatri mantra with the spiritual seed Klim. Purport. So, okay. The spiritual realm of Vrindavan is always spiritual. The goddess of fortune and the gopis are always present there. They are Krishna's beloveds, and all of them are as spiritual as Krishna in Vrindavan. I'm going to skip that for the time being.
You can read the last para. In that, it Prabhupada mentions that. Yeah, from Gayatri, you can read this.
Gayat Gayantam trayate yasmat gayatri tvam tatah smritah. One who chants the Gayatri mantra is gradually delivered from the material clutches. In other words, that which delivers one from material entanglement is called Gayatri. I see. In explanation, the Gayatri mantra can be found in Madhya Leela, chapter 21, text 125. This mantra is just like a Vedic hymn, but it is Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. There is no difference between the Kama Gayatri and Krishna. Both are composed of 24 and a half transcendental syllables. But why does he say then it is the 18 letter mantra in that purport which we were reading? The mantra depicted in letters is also Krishna, and the mantra rises just like the moon. Due to this, there is a perverted reflection of desire in human society among all the living entities. In the mantra, Klim Klam Devaya Vidmahe Pushpa Banaya Dhimahi Tanno Annaya Prachodayat. Krishna is called Kamdev, Pushpa Bana, and Anga. Kamdev is Madan Mohan. Okay. To Brahma Samhita. Then Gayatri, mother of Vedas, having been manifested by the divine sound of Sri Krishna's flute, enter the lotus mouth of Brahma, the self-born, through his 8 ear holes. Oh, 8 ear holes, I see. Thus the lotus-born Brahma received the Gayatri mantra, which had sprung from the song of Sri Krishna's flute. In this way, he attained twice-born status, having been initiated by the Supreme Primal Preceptor, Godhead himself. Enlightened by the recollection of that Gayatri, which embodies the 3 Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the expanse of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Sri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with the hymn. And so this is from, okay. So the vibration of Krishna's flute is the origin of the Vedic hymns. Lord Brahma, who is seated on a lotus flower, heard the sound vibration of Krishna's flute and was thereby initiated by the Gayatri mantra. Excellent. I'm going to.
And with this, Brahma also, I think, received the Gopal Gayatri. So I don't know, maybe, that Gopal Gayatri is 18 syllables, what talking, because he received both the mantras in the Kam Gayatri and the Gopal also.
Where does
So I don't know. I don't know.
Where does it say Gopal Gayatri?
Because I don't know. I'll just find out and just let you know. This was Kam Gayatri, I'm very much sure, but Kam Gayatri is not coming to 18. So I don't know why they're saying Prabhupada said 18 there, because here is not coming to 18.
Yeah.
But definitely Kam Gayatri Prabhupada has mentioned he was initiated by.
This is
So just 1 second, let me check that.
This is Madhya 8. Oh, so Bharat Prabhu just did this. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya. Yeah, but this is 18, but here he writes that it is 24 and a half, syllable. Or maybe it's 16 letters, but 24 and a half syllable. This, let me post it to you all, this link. Okay. So let's go to that first verse of the Bhagavatam. First verse was Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadasya Yato Anvayad Itarascha Teshva Abhigyaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaya Muyanti Yat Surya Tejo Vari Medam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Tri Sargo Mrsha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. Where does he say about Gayatri?
Yeah, so this 18 syllable is called the Gopal Gayatri.
Where is
This Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha is Gopal Gayatri.
One second.
This mantra is Gopal Gayatri. That is there.
This mantra which we just read is Gopal Gayatri?
No, the 24 to 21 syllables is Kam Gayatri, but this Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha is Gopal Gayatri.
Where can you send us the reference?
Gopal Tapani Upanishad.
No. in Srila Prabhupada's.
Yes.
Okay. So here he says, therefore he purposefully, Srila Vyasadeva therefore gives the reader the chance to gradually develop spiritual realization before actually relishing the essence of the pastimes of the Lord. Therefore he purposely invokes a Gayatri mantra, Dhimahi. This Gayatri mantra is meant for spiritually advanced people. When one is successful in chanting the Gayatri mantra, he can enter into the transcendental position of the Lord. One must therefore acquire Brahminical qualities or be perfectly situated in the quality of goodness in order to chant the Gayatri mantra successfully and then attain to the stage of transcendently realizing the Lord, His name, His fame, His qualities, and so on. So this Dhimahi. So the Klim Gayatri is Klim Kam Devaya Vidmahe Pushpabanaya Dhimahi. This is what he is referring to. Okay, so let us get back to let's see what is this thing. See, this Veda based, no? It is, I want to come to 21, 125. Let me go there. काम गायत्री मंत्र रूप हय कृष्णेरा स्वरूप सार्ध छब्बीसा अक्षर तारा हय से अक्षर चंद्र हय कृष्ण करी उदय त्रिजगत कैला kamamaya. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is identical with the Vedic hymn known as the Kama Gayatri, which is composed of 24 and a half syllables. Those syllables are compared to moons that arise in Krishna. Thus, all three worlds are filled with desire. Okay, so this one, so send this link. Oh, you had already sent it. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay.
So in Brahma Samhita, it is mentioned about the Gayatri that is attained as a sequel of 18-lettered mantra is Kama Gayatri, that is clean.
Where?
Brahma Samhita 527.
Oh, so this was,
Purport it is mentioned.
1 second. This is great, huh? We are getting. I have not done the research on Gayatri Mantra, so this is all wonderful for me. So,
Brahma Samhita 527.
where is Brahma Samhita gone? It's not there, huh? In this.
I'm referring in the, I'm checking in Vedabase website.
Can you send the link?
Yes, bro. Purport, fourth line only it is there, Prabhu.
This is 527, Brahma Samhita. Then Gayatri, mother of the Vedas, being made manifest, we just read that. I, imparted by the divine sound of the flute of Sri Krishna, entered into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself through his 8 ear holes. The lotus born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Sri Krishna, attained the status of the twice born, having been initiated by the Supreme Principle, Preceptor Godhead himself.
This doesn't mean, this is what I'm saying. What Prabhupada is saying here, Bhaktisiddhanta said here is that this, this Gayatri that is attained as a sequel of the 18 letter mantra. This Klim Gayatri is attained as a sequel. So that's why I tell both the mantras Brahma got. The Gopal Gayatri, which is the other mantra, and this is a sequel, both mantras Brahma got at the same time. That is what Bhaktisiddhanta mentioning here. The Gayatri that is attained as the sequel of the 18 letter mantra, Kam Gayatri, is Kam Gayatri. That is a sequel for this. That is Kam Gayatri. This Klim Krishna, Klim Kam Devaya Vidmahi. So that is the sequel of the Gopal mantra which is got by Brahma. He got both because of that he could do the creation. I think in the introduction or somewhere it is mentioned also this about the Gopal Gayatri. I'm just trying to search it.
Find out and okay. So that's very good. So I wanted to let's go back to I didn't. This is great that we are doing this. Excellent, because I wanted to do this and I have not done this research. So it is very good. But at this time, if I can just take a macro view of the mantra itself, we can go into details of the Gayatri mantra. And I know this is good that how Lord Brahma was initiated, that much we came to know. And I wanted to also take up how because in these verses, then he starts talking about the answer to our question, how giving mantra, is it enough? Like, like people, oh, I'm giving you mantra, is like considered like the like these ISKCON gurus are saying that giving mantra is that's it. So what did Brahma do? This is, he explains in text 8 and 9. Let us see what. Okay. Okay. Anyone would like to read the 8th verse? You want to read, Christoph Prabhu? I like your German English.
I could try.
Try. Okay.
But I think I don't know the meter for the longer text.
Prabhu, you know.
Divyam, huh?
Go ahead. No one else seems to. At least I don't know the meters, Prabhu.
Divyam Sahasratam Amokha Darshano Chitanilatma Vijito Bayendayaha Atapyata Smakila Loka Tabanam Tapatams Samahitaha Divyam, pertaining to the demigods in the higher planets. Sasra, 1,000. Abdam, years. Amoga, spotless, without a tinge of impurity. Darshanaha, one who has such a vision of life. Chita, controlled. Anila, life. Atma, mind. Vijita, controlled over. Upaya, both. Indriyaha, one who has such senses. Atapyata, executed penance, okay. Sma, in the past. Akila, all. Loka, planet. Tapanam, enlightening. Tapaha, penance. tapiyan, extremely hard penance. Tapatam, of all the executors of penances. Samahitaha, thus situated. Lord Brahma underwent penances for 1,000 years by the calculations of the demigods. He heard this transcendental vibration from the sky, and he accepted it as divine. Thus he controlled his mind and senses, and the penances he executed were a great lesson for the living entities. Thus he is known as the greatest of all ascetics. Ascetics, yeah.
Ascetics. Yeah.
Ascetics?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's how English is.
Purport. Lord Brahma heard the occult sound tapa, but he did not see the person who vibrated the sound. And still he accepted the instruction as beneficial for him, and therefore he engaged himself in meditation for 1,000 celestial years. 1 celestial year is equal to 6 by 30 by 12 by 1,000 of our years. His acceptance of the sound was due to his pure vision of the absolute nature of the Lord. And due to his correct vision, he made no distinction between the Lord and the Lord's instruction. There is no difference between the Lord and sound vibration coming from him, even though he is not personally present. The best way of understanding is to accept such divine instruction, and Brahma, the prime spiritual master of everyone, is a living example of this process of receiving transcendental knowledge. The potency of transcendental sound is never minimized because the vibrator is apparently absent. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or any revealed scripture in the world is never to be accepted as an ordinary mundane sound without transcendental potency. One has to receive the transcendental sound from the right source, accept it as a reality, and prosecute the direction without hesitation. The secret of success is to receive the sound from the right source of a bona fide spiritual master. Mundane manufactured sound has no potency, and as such, seemingly transcendental sound received from an unauthorized person also has no potency. One should be qualified enough to discern such transcendental potency, and either by discriminating or by fortunate chance, if one is able to receive the transcendental sound from the bona fide spiritual master, his path of liberation is guaranteed. The disciple, however, must be ready to execute the order of the bona fide spiritual master as Lord Brahma executed the instruction of his spiritual master, the Lord himself. Following the order of the bona fide spiritual master is the only duty of the disciple, and this completely faithful execution of the order of the bona fide spiritual master is the secret of success. Lord Brahma controlled his two grades of senses, by means of sense perception and sense organs, because he had to engage such senses in the execution of the order of the Lord. Therefore, controlling the senses means engaging them in the transcendental service of the Lord. The Lord's order descends in disciplic succession through the bona fide spiritual master, and thus execution of the order of the bona fide spiritual master is factual control of the senses. Such execution of penance in full faith and sincerity made Brahmaji so powerful that he became the creator of the universe. And because he was able to attain such power, he is called the best amongst all the tapavas. Tapasvis, exactly.
You were doing great till now.
Yeah, last word, right? Okay, whatever.
Prabhu, this is the Jnana Indriya and the Karma Indriya.
Right, yeah. It was this, just the
Initially,
next
it was
part of the sentence
only-
explained it, right? I was just, in one moment was like, what is the two grades? But yeah, of course, as you just said.
So this is the famous one, right? What we have heard many times, the potency of the sound vibration Apparently heard is not.
Yeah, Prabhu, text, Brahma Samhita text 3 per shloka in the purport is where is mentioned about the Gopal Gayatri and the along with the Kama Bija.
Okay, let's come to that. Brahma Samhita,
Third text and purport.
third. Okay. Mm, The world of that transcendental lotus is the realm wherein dwells Krishna. It is a hexagonal figure, the abode of the indwelling, predominated and predominating aspect of the Absolute. Like a diamond, the central supporting figure of self illuminous Krishna stands as the transcendental source of all potencies. The holy name, consisting of 18 transcendental letters, is manifested in a hexagonal figure with sixfold divisions. So,
Yeah, in the purport it is mentioned.
it's a long purport.
The first para only, it's mentioned in there.
There you go. There you see it.
The manifest with regard to the conditioned souls are twofold. First, worship through the channel of the mantras, inaudibly recited. Huh? Inaudibly recited, liberating, self-dedicatory, transcendental sounds. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is so great. Huh? Spontaneous outflow of heart's spiritual love for Krishna. Jiva Goswami has said that worship the mantra is possibly permanently in the proper place, is possible permanently in the proper place when confined to one pastime. Okay. This meditative manifestation of Goloka is the pastime attended with the worship of Krishna through the mantra. Again, the pastimes that are performed in different planes and in different moods are autocratic in diverse ways. Hence, swarasiki, i.e., spontaneous outflow of heart's spiritual love for Krishna. This shloka conveys a twofold meaning. One meaning is that in the pastime attended with worship through the mantra consisting of 18 transcendental letters, transcendental words contained in the said mantra being differently placed make a manifestation of only one Leela of Sri Krishna. As for example, Kim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabha Swaha, this is a hexagonal mantra consisting of 6 transcendental words, viz. 1. Krishnaya, 2. Govindaya, 3. Gopijana, 4. Vallabhaya, 5. Swa, 6. Ha. These 6 transcendental words, when placed juxtapositionally, indicate the mantra. The hexagonal great transcendental machinery is in this wise. The principal seed, i.e., klim, is situated in the instrument as the central pivot. Anybody with an impression of such an instrument in his mind and concentrating his thought on such spiritual entities can attain the Chandra Dhwaja, or the knowledge of the cognitive principle. The word swa indicates kshetragya, i.e., one who is conversant with one's inner self, and the word ha indicates the transcendental nature. This meaning of the mantra has also been corroborated by Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas. The general meaning is this, that one who is desirous of entering into the esoteric pastimes of Krishna will have to practice his transcendental service along with the culture of the devotional knowledge relative to him. 1. Krishna Swarupa, the proper self of Krishna. 2. Krishnasya Chinmaya Vrija Leela Vilasa Swarupa, the true nature of Krishna's transcendental pastimes in Vrija. 3. Tat Parikar Gopijana Swaha Swarupa, the true nature of his spiritual associates in Vraja, viz. the spiritual milkmen and the milkmaids. 4. Tad Vallabha, the true nature of self-surrender to Krishna in the footsteps of the spiritual milkmaids of Krishna, of Vraja. 5. Shuddha Jivasya Chid Jnana Swarupa, the true nature of the spiritual knowledge of the unalloyed individual soul. 6. Chit Prakritir Arthat Krishna Seva Swabhava, the true nature of transcendental service to Krishna, is this, that the esoteric relation is established on the awakening of one's pure cognition. Amazing. The meaning is that rasa is only the transcendental service of the central refuge, Sri Krishna, as predominating aspect of the absolute. Okay, so I think 1,000 times more I have to read this, huh? So where is the Gopal mantra? This is, huh? Where is this?
Claim Krishna, Govinda, Gopinath Vallabha is Gopal Mantra. It is called the Gopal Mantra.
Where does it say that this is the Gopal
This
mantra?
is from Gopal Tapani Upanishad. This
Oh.
Gopal Mantra is there in that. From there it is put here, it is called the Gopal Mantra.
Yeah, that is Gopal Mantra. Prabhu.
That is what Brahma is saying in this, that I received this mantra, this 18 letter mantra he is saying here, which I meditated along with the Kama Bija. In the shloka you read, the Kama Bija. With that he received this mantra. He is saying that. To read the translation many times, then you understand, you get that what he's talking. Because when you get the Gayatri, you get these two, this is the Gopal mantra you get, and the Kama Bija you get.
Mm-hmm.
You take the second initiation.
Okay. So very good. Thank you very much. If any more are there, you can post it in the in the in this link. Let's do this linking. Okay. The other one was the 27th verse, right? Okay. Great. Very good. So uh, the main thing now, which I wanted to bring up early enough is, see, the mantra is giving is not just it's done and dusted. No? The initiation, as we have been talking about in Bhagavata Vidhi, is that the spiritual master trains one in all the aspects of devotional service, which basically one is getting associate with association. One develops one's good all. We will discuss all that more later, the whole process, as we go forward. But here we see how because it is Lord Brahma, he doesn't need Krishna all the time explaining. Like we need a spiritual master all the time, hearing more and more, more and more, more and more, understanding each aspects we need to know. Because he didn't even need a personal spiritual master like that. He just heard once the mantra and he meditated for what, how many years? Thousand celestial years. His 1,000 years he meditated. It looks too much for our own thing, but for his years, was 1,000 years is a lot. So for him to understand is one thing, but for us, we also need to do penance like this. And penance is always done under a spiritual master, no? That we have been told. Where was this? Penance was this. The Lord's order descends and then disciplines us. Therefore, controlling the senses means engaging them in the transcendental service of the Lord. The Lord's order descends in the disciplic succession through the bona fide spiritual master, and thus execution of the order of the bona fide spiritual master is the factual control of the senses. So through his order, spiritual master's order, we are able to control the senses. Otherwise, we can't chant. So all of these things we will discuss as we go on more and more places. Srila Prabhupada is explaining how the just getting mantra is not enough. One also needs to get the way, the methods and the rules and regulations by which one can chant purely, which we will read more. I don't want to.
Babaji, sorry, can I just help us because we were on the car and we got out of the car, get into house, parts get connected. So right now we're still trying to understand what mantra means. Is that where we are? As in mantra guru?
Yeah.
What exactly mantra means?
Yep.
Can I come in, Prabhu? 1 second.
Yeah.
Very interesting, how Brahma was initiated and Prabhupada initiated everyone.
Yeah.
The first time tapa, okay?
Yeah.
So that was the first. And the second was the Gayatri, right?
Yeah.
So Prabhupada also, when first is like you have to follow the four great principles. That's the
And
tapa.
chant
Or
Hare.
steady tapa, this is tapa only.
Yeah.
And then once you are stable and then Prabhupada gave the second initiation, that is the Gayatri mantra.
Yeah. But
So
yeah, just tapa means he gave us Hare Krishna mantra and
the
what?
four active principles, you have to follow the four active principles. That was the austerity in it. For Kali Yuga, that is the
Yeah.
austerity.
Yeah.
Not the Brahma austerity, but there is austerity involved here that we have to refrain from all these things. So that is the austerity. Then you get qualified to get the Hare Krishna. And then when you are stable, like Krishna initiated Brahma after the tapa with the Gayatris, Prabhupada also gave us the Gayatri. So Gayatri basically is more or like a, Prabhupada, is very interesting. Actually, if you see the Sankaracharya, when the Gayatri, there is a Panchratrika Vidhi. But in our, it is Prabhupada made it like the Bhagavad Vidhi, where you get the Gayatri, because Gayatri, he gave the Kama Gayatri and the Gopal Gayatri. And you read the purports here of that, you'll come to know it is totally a Bhagavad process, not a Panchratrika. So first he initiated the holy name. You have to follow the Vedic Bhakti, you have to follow with the regulations, become stable. Then you get the Gayatri, in which you can advance further in spiritual life, to the Bhagavad Gita process once you're stable. So you can see it this way.
So this is interesting. See, let me bring up this.
Nimai Prabhu, sorry,
Yeah.
just before we go any further, that last purport you read, who was it that was reading? Can we just read that last purport again? Where
Sure.
it said that it seemed to say that the Papa was following the instructions of the spiritual master. That's the Papa. Can we just read that again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I read it?
Please.
So the Lord's order descends in disciplic succession through the bona fide spiritual master. And thus, execution of the order of the bona fide spiritual master is factual control of the senses. So it seems like here, opposite to what we just said, is that actually if you follow or when you follow the orders of spiritual master, that is controlling the senses,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. And that's how we can become like empowered. Like control our senses.
But I mean, we could say that even if you follow the four regulative principle, but if you don't serve the instructions of the spiritual master, of course, following the four regs is the instructions of the spiritual master. But as we know, the four regs are just the basis of the human platform, and then there's do like this, creeds, blah, blah, blah. So if you're following four regs and not following the instructions of the spiritual masters in the mission of the creed, it's a lower form of penance, right?
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. And so this one, can we read? What is a large thing? So maybe I just read this. So the next verse, just the one point which I find it interesting, which we were reading earlier, is this: the personality of Godhead, being thus very much satisfied with the penance of Lord Brahma, was pleased to manifest his personal abode Vaikuntha, the supreme planet above all others. This transcendental abode of the Lord is adored by all self realized persons, freed from all kinds of miseries and fear of illusory existence. So, this was the point. Srila Prabhupada makes it later here, but that by following the order, we have to please the Guru. Then things are revealed, which we were all been reading, that 4 ways of taking shelter of the Guru, of spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, is accepting him as good as God, and learning Bhagavatam from him, and uh, having full faith in him, so that the purport of the Vedas are revealed. Yasya Deve Parabhaktir. And then the fourth is the trying to please him. Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado. So this goes hand in hand, following the order and trying to please him. Like, I am following your order, Srila Prabhupada. How best I'm trying to follow is by pleasing him, is the whole purpose, his order. And whether we are able to follow or not follow, that is of course there, but pleasing him is the aim of the order. So that, while giving through this pastime of Lord Brahma, how he received the mantra and how he executed then, and how he was successful in chanting the mantra by which the Vaikuntha was revealed to him, and he got the empowerment to create, we can understand this is a process of initiation. So just by one giving the mantra and then saying, now Prabhupada will take it, that doesn't work. One has to receive it from the proper source, the mantra, and then one needs to get purified and everything, and then follow the instruction of the Guru to please him. Because he will reveal Vaikuntha Loka. He will relieve Goloka Vrindavan. So he needs to be a Bhagavat who is revealing to us, and we have to please him. So that's the thing which came out to me when I was going through this pastime of Lord Brahma, showing us as the primary Guru Acharya of our Sampradaya, as how to be a good disciple. This anybody wants to say anything else on this point?
But Prabhu, that is the point, na?
Yeah.
Every disciple claims that his guru can reveal Golok to him. Every guru claims that he can take you to Golok. And that is what is there, na? So now we have to show, we have to really show how only Prabhupada can reveal that. That is another thing. Because every disciple claims that my guru is the best and my guru can give Golok. So that is what is going on in ISKCON. How much ever you reason with them, they will say, my guru can give me Golok when I'm qualified. Right now I'm not qualified, so he can't give me. And every guru claims that, okay, yes, I can give you Krishna, but you have to be qualified. So how will we have to prove that Prabhupada is that guru who can give. And Prabhupada's position, we have to prove that. Then only, people can take that, okay, we can, by Prabhupada, we can get initiation and go back home, back to Godhead. But it's claiming, so many people claim.
We've already went through these two things. No, first is taking shelter of a Guru from whom we can learn Bhagavatam from. That's the
Yeah,
primary thing. No? Whom do we learn Bhagavatam from? Which Guru?
that is what is the main point to focus on, bro.
Yeah.
To establish Guru Tattva and Prabhupada. So
So,
that is what the main point is. That's what
right.
I'm saying.
And then Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying directly here, 134, in this verse, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying, but also in 134 to 58, we will see where he says, Tat Prakashan, see,
Yeah,
indicates the direct manifestation of the Supreme Person of God, Nityananda Prabhu, and the initiating spiritual master.
yeah.
He is of
Still,
this.
that everyone can claim that the person that has to be a very technical, that Bhagavatam given by Prabhupada is proves, that Prabhupada is the Bhagavad, the person
That's the
Bhagavad. He gave.
exactly.
That should be the main focus,
Yeah.
of proving Srila Prabhupada's position. Because the in Srimad Bhagavatam it is mentioned by Ved Vyas that you know anyone this Bhagavatam itself enough. You don't require any other text. So because book Bhagavad and person Bhagavad are same, you can interchange that. That Srila Prabhupada is enough. You don't require anyone else.
Hmm.
That can be interchanged there. That
Yeah.
shloka is there. You can pick out. You can bring that shloka in Bhagavatam where Ved Vyas mentioned. There is no need of any other book. This Bhagavatam is itself enough to give you Krishna.
What is that verse? We were bringing it up late first in the first chapter.
I
First.
think it is there in the beginning only. That words, the Srimad Bhagavatam itself is enough, and there is no need of any other scripture. This Bhagavatam is itself, it has the power to give you Krishna. So
Mhm.
because book Bhagavad and person Bhagavad are same, so Prabhupada just replace that with person Bhagavad, and you'll get the answer that Prabhupada is enough. You don't require anyone else.
Exactly. We have posted it many times. I don't exactly know which the reference right now. We have posted many times. I can again post it. I think it is in the. I forget now. We know this verse, Srila Prabhupada, when he first came to the Boston, no, he talked about these verses 16th to this one. O twice born sages, Shushushona Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Kataha Ruchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. And then the 17th verse, Shanvatam Swakataha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantistoya Bhadrani Vidunoti Susatam. And then this one, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirvavati Naishtaki. By regular attendance classes in the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotee. So that's the thing. So we receive the mantra from him. Mhm.
Haribol, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
I have one special question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Because there's one letter of Srila Prabhupada, but I have it not now directly, but maybe you know it, that Prabhupada said that if a disciple is not taking a bona fide guru, so he can chant eternally the mantra, but the mantra would never reveal to him. So, but in the same time, we know that chanting the mantra is always have some effect. And how we can say more detailed if someone is questioning, okay, we have the real guru and we're chanting and following especially his instructions together with chanting the mantra. Then, if we're doing it without offenses, and maybe after some time, the mantra is completely revealing and we can have some higher vision or something. Huh? Okay, that's clear. But if someone have a bogus guru or something and he chant Hare Krishna, it must also work some, but not fully on prema. So how we can say how much is working? Because if someone goes on the street, some Harinam is going on there on the street, and some people hearing only Hare Krishna, even there's also some effect. So, but they have not taken the real guru or something. Or even in ISKCON, they have chosen what kind of Radhanath Swami or something as guru. And they're chanting every day Hare Krishna. So, but okay, we know that it cannot be fully revealed because he have chosen a bogus guru, but it must also work, the mantra. So what kind of, there is some detailed knowledge, how much it is working, even if you have a bogus guru, only on which state, on maybe only on offense state, or maybe you can be even liberated but not get prema or something more in detail. There is something exactly to know, or you know what I mean?
This is the, there is one actually, there is one conversation in 1977 which Srila Prabhupada is having with his BTG editors, where in Mayapur, where they are talking about this point
Oh,
about, and I can post it in the group
very good.
where he talks about people are chanting Hare Krishna mantra everywhere, but that is not sufficient, because the point was about BTG. They were what to write in the BTG, the composition of the BTG. So they had many topics about people chanting Hare Krishna mantra, this, that, devotees. So Srila was saying, but that is not sufficient. You need the instruction on how they can purify the chanting. Otherwise, they can keep chanting. They need to come to the guru to understand how to follow the regular principles. And he went into this direction. So basically, and like which we have been reading and understanding many places, that, and we will read from many verses which will go forward in the next few weeks. We can go through that. On, he gives, Srila Prabhupada, not only he's giving the chanting mantra, through the disciplic succession, Lord Chaitanya has anyway given, but he is also teaching how to purify it through anartha nivritti stage, through controlling the senses, giving so many services, teaching us to do deity worship to purify, the morning program. So many instructions are there, devotee association, by which one can get anartha nivritti. In so many ways, anartha nivritti is required for us. You know. Otherwise, how do you come to Nishtha platform, and then from Nishtha platform to Ruchi, and hearing Bhagavatam more and more and understanding more and more? It is it's not Hare Krishna mantra alone can purify, unless one is like Lord Brahma or like that, like just like Haridas Thakur himself. Just
This is what Gauranga Sundar, yeah, this is the letter, yeah.
yeah. This is the same.
But exactly, if someone have a bogus guru and all this and chant Hare Krishna, and because of this letter, we can know, okay, normally the mantra or Krishna would never reveal himself. That means he cannot get prema in such a way. But some other, it must have some effect, even if someone chant with the bogus guru and something, some small effect. But to what
I
kind of
think
platform?
Prabhupada told once, most of my disciples go to the Svargaloka. So they may have, some piety because of that, the chanting.
I mean, his
And
disciples
then,
are different then, no?
but even then, if you
Correct,
they
correct.
are they're getting some piety by chanting, they not get Krishna, but they get some piety.
Right. Because that is the same thing, no? 7:15. People come to me for four reasons, and
Yeah.
Artharthi are the most most number of people. And then sixth chapter also, where Arjuna is saying what happens to people, so yogis who don't complete. So Krishna is saying about two kinds of people. No? One, after long practice, they come back, come and born in a very nice family to continue, but for a short practice, they go to the heavenly planets
Yeah.
and then they
Good.
come down.
Okay, let's take example of Ajamila. So there was no guru for him, and he was chanting Narayan and get liberation. So I could not hear really that he get prema, but so therefore can we say that if someone on the street can hear even one time some Krishna mantra, or in let's say in such a position like even Ajamila, there's no guru. He have only called his son Narayan. There's no explanation that he was having some special guru or something, that he get the mantra together with some instruction. So therefore, we can know from other Shastra that he cannot get actually full prema. Therefore, he was not going to Goloka Vrindavan or something, but he get liberation.
I mean, it doesn't say that he didn't have a guru. Generally, in the Vedic times, from the Varnashrama system, at 12 years of age or so, children are initiated by a proper guru.
Yeah, he was a Brahmana actually. So Brahmana means he had a guru.
Worshipping the deity also.
Yeah.
So that, okay, then he was chanting, we can say, even with a guru, not otherwise.
He fell
Yeah,
down, then he again caught up. That's what, it happened.
remember. And the thing
Had a,
was that at the time of death, it happened that he remembered Narayan. In
Can
and in
I
the mode of helplessness. So at that time, because it's not like normal time we hear and sometimes may feel, but at the time of death it happens, so it was a special mercy.
can I add something to this, to what Mathurapati Prabhu said, and hear your answers to this? Most of us, it seems like most of the time for conversation, we're limiting the position of Guru and Srila Prabhupada to something. We're limited. So Prabhupada said in one conversation that never is there a time when you are not without Guru. And I meditate on that, so I'll leave that with you. So we can say factually, never is there a time when we are without God. No matter what our consciousness is, Krishna, God, is always trying to guide us. So can the same science somehow be? We may not be able to. That never we can be without Guru, meaning always in some asset, Guru is above us and trying to guide us just like Krishna. So we may think, oh, somebody's just on the street and saying Hare Krishna once and he's without Guru. But that may not be the factually fact. We may be like we are always with God, we are always with Guru. How we are directly connected to the Guru or not directly connected to Guru is Prabhupada right now, as far as Krishna consciousness, one of our biggest topics is they're following and accepting fake gurus. How come they're progressing? Are they progressing? Maybe they're not progressing. But like Krishna is always there, no matter who we may be following, some Mayavadi or Buddhist stuff or this stuff. Still, Krishna, through those tools, is trying to guide us to ultimately come to Him. So, Srila Prabhupada, especially in his movement, although some people may take the position of so-called Bhiksha Guru, even though they're not, but they take that position, other disciples may accept them as but still, Prabhupada's shelter and guidance and purifying potency is going on. First, just like we can never be without God, can we say we can never be without Guru, even though it seems like I don't have a Guru?
I mean, Chaitanya Guru is there, no? Krishna is always there guiding us, no?
Yeah.
And he gives external so many gurus to us to help.
Prabhupada said, no, Guru is one. Guru cannot be two. Guru is one. So that Guru, Krishna is there always.
Nityananda.
Yeah, Guru is always there. And the Guru here is an expansion of that Guru.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Yeah.
This point about the mantra vifala, that verse is there, no? Mantra vifala, when not received in the chain of disciplic succession. That is related to the Guru. We will, that is such a central point, Prabhu, that let's take a whole thing. Next week, maybe we can discuss this whole thing. What all the Guru, Diksha Guru does while he gives the mantra. There is actually, let's take it up a little bit now. Initiation. See this.
Actually, personally, for me, before you even go any further, like Guru given mantra, I still want to understand. We're saying mantra Guru. So, what is this mantra? Actually, first, if we're clear on what is mantra, is it just this, or is it any Sanskrit word? Maybe we'll get clearer on what it means, mantra Guru.
Yeah, mantra, manas, mind, and tra, liberation of the duality. So mantra is something who will liberate you from matter.
Right. So that means, according to that, any word which leads or gives freedom from the mind from material contamination, which basically means any Sanskrit word. Am I right?
Every word in Bhagavad Gita is mantra.
And beyond Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, all shastras.
This is the one. Can you see this? This is from 15th verse, 8.6.15. Srila Prabhupada writes that in this verse, Dvija Deva Mantram is very important. The word mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. Of the whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra and is suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from the mental speculations. So whatever is spoken, and similarly spiritual master too, whatever he speaks, because it is delivering, no? Mantra means which
Exactly.
delivers.
So it's not
That
just the Mahamantra who
that
gives
is
the
a mantra.
Mahamantra. It's back. We've come back to the point that the spiritual master delivers by this Bhagavad Vidhi Marg, which means this. It's same thing. Come back to the same point. It's not actually just the one who speaks to you the Mahamantra, right?
So definitely, Prabhu, this is very, very, very. This is the whole point of our disciplic succession. Is that's why what we heard, no, from Brahma, how he did it. He heard the mantra. He heard the tapa that he should now practice real focused meditation on the mantra. So there are instructions around the mantra which are also given by the Diksha Guru. It is not just, oh, here is the Hare Krishna mantra. That
The
any
instructions are the mantra. The instructions are the mantra also.
together, yeah, they all together make the mantra. Of course, there is a Maha Mantra. So we have been asked by Lord Caitanya to chant that mantra. But how to chant how to chant the mantra? How to? It's something called shodhan, like how to purify the mantra. Even the Hare Krishna mantra doesn't need to purify, but we need to be purified to be able to chant mantra. And to reach the stages of gradual promotion in the mantra revelation, name, fame,
Wait. Just
qualities.
slow down because my question is forget the process. I'm just trying to understand what this mantra guru. So what the guru, okay, we got some idea, but now what does mantra mean when we're trying to understand mantra guru? The mantra seems like it's saying every single word that helps you become purified from material contamination comes to spiritual realization and relationship with Krishna.
Okay, let's read that thing. Okay, let's go through this. That's why I think it is good. So Narad Muni, let's go in sequence a little bit, and we come to that same thing. So Narad Muni, he initiated Dhruva Maharaj with this 12 syllable mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om is one. Om, one. Namo is 2. Bhagavate, it's 4 syllable, so 7. And then Vasudevaya, 5 syllable. So total 12 syllable mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Japacha, the chanting mantra in this connection. O son of king, now I shall speak unto you the mantra which is to be chanted with this process of meditation, which is in 4853. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is the 12 syllable mantra for worshipping Lord Krishna. One should install the physical forms. This is important, see. With the mantra, then Narad Muni is telling to Dhruv Maharaj, what else to do? One should install the physical forms of the Lord, and with the chanting of the mantra, one should offer flowers and fruits and other varieties of foodstuffs exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by the authorities. But this should be done in consideration of place, time, and attendant conveniences and inconvenience. Purport. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva is known as the Dwadar Akshara Mantra. Dwadasha Akshara Mantra, 12 syllable. This mantra is chanted by Vaishnava devotees and it begins with Pranava or Omkar. There are other mantras such as Omkar, Om Tat Sat, and the mantra composed of 8 syllables. Ashtakshar. Ashta is 8 and Akshar is the syllable. Om Namo Narayana. 1. Namo is 2. Narayana. 4. Ya is Om Namo Narayana. Narayana. 4, 2, 7, and 1. Okay. Om Namo Narayana. The transcendental vibration Omkar is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse 13. Om iti ekakshara brahm. Ekakshara means, eka means one, and akshara again is syllable. After being situated in the yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of certainly the Supreme Person of Godhead Narayana personally appears before the chanter who engages in chanting the Ashtakshara or 8 syllable mantra Om Namo Narayanaya Narayanaya Adi 178 128. The word Sarva Mantra Vicharana means considering all different types of mantras. There are different kinds of mantras. And these are composed of 12 syllables. Similarly, there are mantras composed of 18 syllables like Narsimha mantra, the Rama mantra, Gopala mantra, and so on. Each and every mantra has its own spiritual significance. The spiritual master has to select a mantra for his disciple according to the disciple's ability to chant different mantras. 24332. And this 24332 is where Lord Chaitanya is explaining to Sanatan Goswami on how to write the Hari Bhakti Vilas. And there he explains about the mantras. So we are going to read that later. So the emphasis on chanting the mantra for initiation is so as the Lord is mantra murtim, or the form representation of transcendental sound. This is from 1538. इति मूर्ति अभिधानेन मंत्र मूर्तिम अमूर्तिकम यजते यज्ञ पुरुषम स सम्यक दर्शन पुमान इति दस मूर्ति representation abhidhanena in the sound mantra murtim form representation of transcendental sound amurtikam the Lord who has no material form yajate worship yagya Vishnu Purusham the person of Godhead Sa he alone, Samyak perfectly, Darshana, one who has seen, Puman person, translation. Thus he is the actual seer who worships in the form of the transcendental sound representation, the Supreme Person of Godhead Vishnu, who has no material form. Purport. Our present senses are all made of material elements and therefore they are imperfect in realizing the transcendental form of Lord Vishnu. He is therefore worshipped by sound representation via the transcendental method of chanting. Anything which is beyond the scope of experience by our imperfect senses can be realized fully by the sound representation. A person transmitting sound from a far distant place can be factually experienced. If this is materially possible, like in TV and all these things, radio, why not spiritually? This experience is not a vague impersonal experience. It is actually an experience of the transcendental personality of Godhead who possesses the pure form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. In the Amarakosha Sanskrit dictionary, the word murti carries import in twofold meanings, namely form and difficulty. Therefore, Amurtikam is explained by Acharya Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur as meaning without difficulty. The transcendental form of eternal bliss and knowledge can be experienced by our original spiritual senses, which can be revived by chanting of the holy mantras or transcendental sound representations. Such sound should be received from the transparent agency of the bona fide spiritual master, and the chanting may be practiced by the direction of the spiritual master. Both together go. That will gradually lead us nearer to the Lord. This method of worship is recommended in the Pancharatrika system, Narada Pancharatrika, which is both recognized and authorized. The Pancharatrika system has the most authorized codes for transcendental devotional service. Without the help of such codes, one cannot approach the Lord, certainly not by dry philosophical speculation. The Pancharatrika system is both practical and suitable for this age of quarrel. The Pancharatra is more important than the Vedanta for this modern age. In this age, we are especially advised to chant and be initiated with the Hare Krishna Mantra, also known as the Maha Mantra. In Satya Yuga, the only mantra was Omkar, Ekakshara, one syllable, Om Tat Sat. The same name Omkar is manifest in the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is 32 syllable mantra. Unless one is a Brahman, one cannot utter Omkar and get the desired result. But in Kali Yuga, almost everyone is a Shudra, unfit for pronouncing the Pranava, Omkar. Therefore, the Shastras have recommended the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Omkar is a mantra or Maha Mantra, and Hare Krishna is also a Maha Mantra. The purpose of pronouncing Omkar is to address the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudev, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And the purpose of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is the same. Hare, O energy of the Lord. Krishna, O Lord Krishna. Hare, O energy of the Lord. Rama, O Supreme Lord, O Supreme Enjoyer. It's from 9:14:48 purport. And we see how Lord Caitanya himself was initiated by the Hare Krishna mantra. And I'll skip that little bit. But Krishna mantra hai avek samsara mochan, Krishna naam hai te prabhe Krishna ran charan. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one will be able to see the lotus feet. I'll skip that. And so he was chanting it a fixed number of times. Since your two hands will always be engaged in chanting and counting the holy names, how will you be able to carry the water pot and external garments? Therefore, devotees, Srila Prabhupada's purport says, he says in his purport, therefore devotees in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must chant at least 16 rounds daily, and this is the number prescribed by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Haridas Thakur daily chanted 300,000 names. 16 rounds is about 28,000 names. There is no need to imitate Haridas Thakur or the other Goswamis, but chanting the holy name fixed number of times daily is essential for every devotee. Madhya 737. And even Haridas Thakur initiated prostitute with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He says Nam Lui. That's how they say here. Nam Lao, Nam Leo. So chant the Hare Krishna mantra continuously. This is everywhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita when it says Nam Lao, it says means chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And the service to Tulsi plant by watering her and offering prayers to her. So this while chanting, set of other instructions are there while chanting. In this way, you will very soon get the opportunity to be sheltered at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Here also, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught him another verse. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru Ishvara Puri, this verse, the Bhagavatam, saying this, my spiritual master taught me a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the essence of all of the Bhagavatam instruction. Therefore, he instructed me on this verse again and again. This is the 1140, where Narada Muni is speaking to Vyasadeva about Bhagavata Dharma. So we see again and again there are mantras which are specific mantras are given in Narada Panchadatra, and those mantras accordingly the spiritual master selects. They are different syllable mantras. They are, and according to the person and the goal where the soul wants to go, or where the spiritual master thinks that or understands that it is Swarupa. So that's how different ways the mantras are selected. But the Maha Mantra especially is given in the Kali Yuga, in this age now, where Srila Haridas Thakur also initiated the prostitute, and Sanatana Goswami also initiated the poor Brahmana. The poor Brahmana did so, and when he returned, Sanatana Goswami initiated him with the Hare Krishna mantra. Thus, by the benediction of Lord Shiva, the Brahmana got the association of the best devotee of Lord Krishna and was thus initiated in the Maha Mantra. And we know the same thing, that Sanatana Goswami not only told him to chant, but he also told him to give up all the other, desire of attaining this thing or that thing, material matters, and also throw away the Chintamani stone and sit there and chant. So all these were instructions with the Mahamantra. And this we heard then. So this was I, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the demigods accompanied by the Prajapatis like Daksha are nothing but sparks illuminated by you who are the original fire. Since you are the particle of you, what can we understand about our welfare? O Supreme Lord, please give us the means of deliverance that is suitable for the Brahmanas and demigods. So in this verse, Srila Prabhupada writes, the word Dvija Deva Mantram is very important. The word mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. Whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra and suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from the mental speculation. The conditioned souls are engaged in all these struggles. Unless deliverance from this struggle constitutes the highest benefit, but unless one gets a mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, deliverance is impossible. The beginning mantra is the Gayatri mantra. Therefore, after purification, when one is qualified to become a Brahmana Dvija, he is offered the Gayatri mantra. Simply by chanting the Gayatri mantra, one can be delivered. This mantra, however, is suitable only for Brahmanas and demigods. In Kali Yuga, we are all in a very difficult, Srila Prabhupada says, we are all in a very difficult position in which we need a suitable mantra that can deliver us from the dangers of this age. Therefore, the Supreme Person of Godhead in his incarnation as Lord Caitanya gives us the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Kevalam, Kalau Nashteva, 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 Gatiranyata, 1721, Antyalila, Adilila. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. In Chikshashtaka, Lord Chaitanya says, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to the chanting of Shri Krishna Sankirtan. The Maha Mantra is directly chanted by the Lord Himself, who gives us this mantra for deliverance. So here it is that Lord Chaitanya, He is giving us this mantra. We cannot invent any means to be delivered from the dangers of material existence. Here, even the demigods such as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and the Prajapati such as Daksha are said to be like illuminating sparks in the presence of the Supreme Lord, who is compared to a great fire. Sparks are beautiful as long as they are in the fire. Similarly, we have to remain in the association of Supreme Person of Godhead and always engage in devotional service. For then we shall always be brilliant and illuminating. As soon as we fall from the service of the Lord, our brilliance and illumination will immediately be extinguished, or at least stopped for some time. When we living entities who are like sparks of the original fire, the Supreme Lord, fall into a material condition, we must take the mantra from the Supreme Person of Godhead as it is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, we shall be delivered from all the difficulties of this material world. I don't know. Should we go on or? It is a lot of things are written about the mantra. Yes, Vashish Prabhu. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, then from Jai Shri Prabhupada. Prabhu, very nice. It was you presented. You showed us many beautiful quotes about the mantra or the mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, about the Om Tat Sat, the Omkara, and how it's related to Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And but in the beginning, Balaram Prabhu asked a question. There was some network problem. I couldn't listen to it properly. What was his question actually? Balaram Prabhu. Can I ask Balaram Prabhu? Can he repeat his question? What he was asking? What he asked actually?
Balaram
Yeah,
Prabhu?
sure, bro. I was saying actually that we start this whole topic today is about understanding these two words, mantra, guru. So we seem to have some idea of what is guru. Now, in order to understand this topic nicely, let us first be very clear as to what mantra means. And still, I'm a little bit confused. So if somebody can consolidate what we just read, because on one aspect, we see very clearly that Srila Prabhupada and Krishna are saying a specific mantra, a certain syllable mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, especially described in this aid. And at the same time, we read that a mantra is any word which delivers you from material existence. And we also read directly here that so that means every word said by God, which means the Bhagavad Gita, it's Krishna's song. Every word of the Bhagavad Gita is a mantra, right, which purifies us. So, we have the instructions of Krishna and the spiritual master. That's a mantra. We have specific mantras, of which the most powerful one is the Maha Mantra, and that's the one we're supposed to focus mostly. And then we have specific mantras that are given to you, possibly, maybe in previous ages, to take you to your personal siddhadeya. And the spiritual master will give you that once you see you're qualified at that level, and what's your original identity. But we see Prabhupada in this Kali Yuga, it seems like just a wholesale mantra for everybody. This will get you back, the Maha Mantra. So my question was at the beginning, just let's focus, because as always, topics we can easily jump here, jump there, and become deviated. So let's just keep it focused on, let's understand, what does this mantra mean? That was my question, actually. Yeah. What mantra means in this text. Because the text originally started from the CC, as Nimai Pandit Prabhu has been guiding us. There are, we're following the line of the text from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we've come to this, I think, 35 or 36, where it says mantra guru. So now we're trying to understand, what is this mantra guru? Because our topic is actually Guru Tattva, trying to understand what is guru.
See, Prabhu, mantra, as we understand, and my understanding has evolved in this manner, that what people say, no, just mantra, it is not just the Hare Krishna mantra or any other mantra. It also is coming with the direction. Like here it says, Srila Prabhupada is saying, such sound should be received from the transparent agency of the bona fide spiritual master, and the chanting may be practiced by the direction of the spiritual master. This is also mantra, right? So the mantra is not just the...
Yes, exactly, yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
The mantra, when it says mantra, it comes with chanting of this sound vibration, comes with the direction, how to purify, control the senses, so on and so forth, so that one can chant properly, purely, to have the effect of the mantra chanting. And I wanted to, Prabhu, Mathurapati Prabhu, you remember I was telling you about the BTG, this discussion is going on.
So, but just before, because it seems like we're cutting out Vashi
Right,
Prabhu.
what
Was that
BT?
okay? Vashi Prabhu, you had a question as to what was my question. Do you want to go on that, or is that okay?
No, that's what you, because you had some you wanted some clarification, or you had some doubt on this mantra guru, and Prabhu presented many quotes actually. And the last quote, what you were saying in the beginning, and then lastly what Prabhu said, lastly the last paragraph which Prabhu was commenting, and so that's what, no, that's a means mantra. The mantra, as you say, we are dealing with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? And that's a mantra that we are supposed to focus that is being talked about, that we should be speaking about. That's the Hare Krishna mantra. That's quite clear, or that's clear. And the mantra guru is, of course, the mantra guru, the one who is giving us. It's Prabhupada, right? That's Prabhupada.
Yeah, but because he not just the mantra is giving, but giving all the
Exactly. Yeah.
instructions to purify
Yes.
the mantra and make it pure chanting,
Yes.
pure mantra.
Yes. Yes.
And so that we can get the result of the mantra. It's not just,
Yes. Yeah.
entry level, you get this thing and that's
That's
it.
what
And
the difficulty which Mathura Prabhu was also saying, that other people also, they are
yeah,
chanting, right? But they have accepted mantra guru or somebody else. That's what we are not having
right. So this
the
is the
power.
discussion, right? So this is the discussion which Srila Prabhupada is having with the BTG, for BTG editors, and Rameshwar as the BBT manager. So here
Yes.
is Rameshwar. One point that we felt, it's in February 25th, 1977 in Mayapur. It says room conversation with artists and about BTG. So Rameshwar says one point is that was felt, not the specific defect, but a very general point is that this magazine is being distributed by the hundreds of thousands to very ordinary people who go shopping in stores, housewives, and so on. Prabhupada, no, still we cannot make it a shopkeeper's magazine. Rameshwar, no, of course, but the tone of the magazine, we felt, should be such that they can also feel that it is Prabhupada. They may not feel, that cannot be. Rameshwar, that is their thing. Prabhupada, yes, gold must be presented as gold. One may not be able to purchase. You cannot. To sell, you cannot make adulterate gold with iron. Rameshwar, yes, Prabhupada, that is not. Rameshwar, what about the idea that you do not have to move into a temple, give up your family and everything, but you can actually chant Hare Krishna in your own home? That idea that it is available to you. Prabhupada, no, that chanting of Hare Krishna does not mean whimsical. Rameshwar, no. Prabhupada, offenseless. He must be properly initiated. It does not mean that he should not be, it does not mean that he should not be initiated and chant. That is not the idea. You can, must be initiated, either you are grihastha or sannyasi or brahmachari. Not that without being initiated, you will whimsically chant and the effect will be the same. No, you must be initiated. Although Guru Ashrayam, that's what we have been discussing. You must accept a Guru. Rameshwar, if you want to sell some product, you may make so many claims and then the public will buy. So sometimes we quote these psychologists who have done studies that if you chant Hare Krishna, there are some good effects. Prabhupada, good there is undoubtedly. If you eat something, there will be some effect of eating. But if it is properly eaten, properly made, it will have better effect. That is the idea. Rameshwar, we were thinking that something is better than nothing. Prabhupada, no. If you advertise the Maha Mantra, give some material benefit, isn't that an offense? Then that is aparad. So anyway, so they may chant, but they must understand that the chanting process, that will be more effective. That they must know. Chanting is open, anyone can chant, but they must know it. That if I chant in the process,
Nimai Pandit Prabhu, can you send later this
yeah, I will.
in WhatsApp? Okay, thank you.
I will send you the whole thing. You may have to look for it. This particular thing. So it is the same thing, that mantra is not just mantra chanting, but he says offenseless. How to make it offenseless? That's why you need a guru. That's why the mantra, even though we are reading all these mantras in the Bhagavatam and other places, anyone can chant. But receiving in the disciplic succession means Guru also tells how to purify and make it offenseless. That's the point.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
What means? Yeah, whatever you're saying, the mantra, it means in the beginning, you showed some the quote where it says that which delivers one, okay, from what one which delivers one from this material world. The whole instruction, the mantra of the whole instructions, kind of. This is a mantra, right?
Yeah.
And other places also, the mantra, specific mantra, it also refers to the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra also, right?
Yeah.
And now other places also it says that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, just by chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, everything, all the knowledge is being revealed, isn't it?
Yes.
If we chant it offenselessly, purely,
Yeah.
sincerely,
Yeah.
unadulteratedly, kind of, okay? So in a sense, what Mathurapati Prabhu also referred to, why others also they are chanting, but they are not they are not getting the result, kind of. Oh, some people may say, okay, so many people are chanting indirectly or directly, indirectly. Like I think Balaram Prabhu said, but everyone is everyone is accepting Prabhupada, but indirectly. Those people who have accepted mantra guru as others like Radhanath Maharaj or some other Maharaj, okay, some other non-bona fide unauthorized people as Diksha Guru. So they have indirectly accepted Prabhupada. They have indirectly accepted Prabhupada. But those who have accepted that, who have directly accepted Prabhupada, now that depends upon purity also and sincerity, how they are doing, and when results will come. But other people, the other devotees, they may be following sadhana very strictly, kind of sadhana. I mean, waking up very early, celibate, brahmachari, attending Mangalarati, doing 16, 25, 100 rounds, doing deity worship, elaborate deity worship, doing lots of book distribution, building lots of temple. But if they have not accepted Prabhupada as a mantra guru or the Diksha guru, then they won't get. Then it is just like that quote where it says, Mathurapati mentioned that if you don't accept the mantra from the right source, whatever you're doing, it's kind of nishpala. But it won't get the desired result. Just like Prabhupada prophesied that in 1975 to I think Brahma, I forgot his name, uh, Brahmanand Prabhu. Like if you chant this mantra, if you go on like this, within 25 years there will be no other religion in this world. In 1975 he says that. If you preach with the same intensity, with the same purity, with the same power, in next 25 years there won't be any other religion in this world. Only Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Only Hare Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen what happened during the following 25 years after 1975. What happened? So that's why we are in a chaotic situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything depends upon the purity, sincerity of the disciple, how we are chanting, how we are doing our sadhana.
Mm-hmm. So very good, Prabhu. One thing I wanted to also say in the same thing is see this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is definitely the mantra for deliverance because Lord Chaitanya has chanted it. Lord Chaitanya has chanted it, so we are able to chant it. No? Now, but Srila Prabhupada writes very clearly that such sound should be received from the transparent agency of the bona fide spiritual master, and the chanting may be practiced by the direction of the spiritual master. Unless one can partially accept, it's not like indirectly, but partially accepting. I mean, Srila Prabhupada's words are there in the Bhagavatam, everything is the same. The problem happens is the faith in those instructions. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. One doesn't have full faith that Krishna himself through Srila Prabhupada is saying exactly like this. What Srila Prabhupada is saying is exactly what Krishna is saying, and it is perfect. Then what happens is that because of that lack of faith, the lack of realization comes, and lack of the inspiration and the spiritual power to be able to follow those instructions simultaneously, to the lack of faith in those instructions, and because of which everything is not revealed, because of which the chanting, it's to becoming pure, it becomes tough, it's difficult. It will happen gradually because chanting is so powerful. Hare Krishna mantra chanting is so powerful that without any of the instructions also Krishna will help, as we will read in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 15 chapter 108 verse. But with the help of the spiritual master, it becomes so much more easier. That's the point. Yes, Prabhu, Vashish Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. What you're saying, for example, let's try to understand it from a practical point of view, right? Whatever theoretical thing we are discussing, let's put it on a practical level. Same thing, the book, Prabhupada has written this book, right? Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, or the Bhaktivedanta purports, everything is Prabhupada who has given us. The Prabhupada Anugas, they are reading that book. Even the living Diksha Guru Vadis, they're also using Prabhupada books, right? Now it's being distorted also. But formerly, earlier, they were reading the same book. The difference, what is it? What is the difference? What is the difference? When a Prabhupada Anuga, right? When a Prabhupada Anuga disciple explains these things to other students, you get a different result, different consciousness, which is pure, you can say, pure, perfect, as it is. But the other one, leaving the Shaguruvadis, they are students, or the people who are explaining them to the students, you get a different consciousness where Prabhupada, they are indirectly accepting Prabhupada. They don't have that faith, just like a Prabhupada Anuga, or where students are having. For example, if you listen to yourself, or to Yashodanan Prabhu, or to Madhu Pandit Prabhu, if you listen to their lectures, to their classes, you'll become this confusion about who is your guru, who is your diksha guru, who is your mantra guru. It won't even arise. But if you will listen to others, to other the living diksha guru vadis, you'll have a plethora of choices, a confusion of choice, like whom you will accept as your mantra guru. That's what happens. Isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on how we, like, I mean, just by becoming a Prabhupada Nuga or Ritvik doesn't make one, like by hearing from them, it just transparent and everything. It depends on one's faith in hearing and be able to convey the same thing. The
Yes,
late
exactly. That's
so
what
many
Prabhu.
devotees in ISKCON and temples I have seen and experienced. They also have full faith, and that's how they are able to hear, and the mantra is effective for them, the Hare Krishna mantra, because more and more things are being revealed to them directly by meditating on Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Another thing I wanted to make it many times, no, in times of great distress or when we are really really down, and so many times we sometimes we listen to something or remember something what Srila Prabhupada said or done, and suddenly we feel like okay. So many times we have experienced, all of us. Now we can see the mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. We can see that that is also mantra by the symptom of the instruction. Sometimes some devotees also what they say, no, through that also one feels delivered. One gets out of the material thinking. So many times we experience it from among devotees and like that. So one can see that Krishna is acting through, he himself is speaking, and he's also through the external spiritual master, spiritual masters, he acts to deliver through different words. But finally, it is all boiling down to, all of that is towards the goal of chanting purely. Everything is to chant purely, finally, where he says offenseless. Anyway, so other devotees, please, you have any, all other devotees have been silent. Sarita Mataji says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. मंत्र तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने ही दिया था, वही हमेशा मंत्र गुरु रहने चाहिए। प्रभुपाद जी ने पश्चिमी देशों में इस ज्ञान का अंग्रेजी व अन्य भाषाओं में प्रचार प्रसार किया और अपनी सोसाइटी या सेक्ट बनाया और नए तरीके से शिक्षा दी। इसलिए ये उनको दीक्षा व शिक्षा गुरु दोनों ही होने चाहिए। ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि ब्रह्मा जी या नारद जी ने भी शायद ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय या नारायण मंत्र ही दिया था। मैं गलत भी हो सकती हूँ। ओम नमो, वो शी वाज स्पीकिंग अबाउट इन द अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द कन्वर्सेशन, व्हिच इज करेक्ट, वेरी नाइसली सेड। नाउ रिसेंटली शी रोट, पहले सभी शास्त्र वेद बोल कर ही आगे से आगे पढ़ाए जाते थे, इसलिए सही उच्चारण, सही आवाज का उतार चढ़ाव, कॉमा, फुल स्टॉप आदि का ध्यान रखा जाता था, तभी मंत्र का प्रभाव होता था। ये मंत्र, वो मंत्र चाहे पूजा के हों, उपचार के हों या किसी वरदान या अभिशाप के। ओके, वेरी नाइस। So what she's saying is that in English that earlier, because it is all Shruti mantras, no, by hearing everyone was understanding. That's how all the instructions were. So the emphasis was on the meters. Everything was on the meters, and the full stop, comma, everything was very very controlled in Sanskrit and the mantras. And she says, and that's how those have effect, and that's how Srila Prabhupada writes that, no, in Kali Yuga, because there are no brahmanas who know how to chant the mantras in the right meters, so they don't have that effect. And so that's why the Hare Krishna mantra, it can be chanted without any of these controlling issues. And that's right. Anyone else? Pradyumna Prabhu? Leo Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, bro.
Hare Krishna.
So, bro, one question.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
bro. Just like those who are following some other guru, they are they are also getting little bit progress by chanting and following. And a person who's following Srila Prabhupada, so he's not following everything, but he also getting the some benefit. So what is the difference? Everything depends on ye thamam prabhatinta.
Mm.
If one follow Srila Prabhupada, so what is the difference between their following and the person who are following Srila Prabhupada?
I don't see any difference, no, finally. Srila Prabhupada is there also, here also, no. It's just a theoretical clarity is there here. Finally, it boils down to each individual, all of us, no, individually, no.
Okay.
Because of the
So for those,
theoretical clarity
yeah,
matters
yeah,
a lot, no. First we theoretically we should know, correctly or not. But if one doesn't even follow that also, then what can be done? No? Like me, I cannot follow so many things, so it's my fault. No, it's not anybody's fault in it.
So for those who are following somebody, they're little bit of the spiritual injection they are following that Srila Prabhupada has given, though they are following somebody else. So they are also not zero. Huh? That is the main question. Many people they are saying that at least ISKCON wale kuch to kar hi rahe hain. That generally we heard that.
Not just ISKCON, anyone who is chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we just heard, no? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting. So that is there. Srila Prabhupada is saying in that conversation, no, effect is there. No? But unless they're taking a guru ashraya, taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master who can guide them further, the progress remains only to a certain extent. Then later on in our thing, no, we will read the Bhagavad, the Madhya Leela 15 chapter 108 verse, where Srila Prabhupada is explaining how Lord Srila Jiva Goswami says even initiation is not necessary for chanting Hare Krishna mantra. He's explaining all of that whole thing. Is so powerful mantra that it's not even required. By chanting itself, all these instructions which Srila Prabhupada is giving, no? Theoretically, it's possible that everything can come from just by chanting also.
But what moment you say that it's not need to be initiated, but it means actually to be not officially formally initiated, but if we follow and take the mantra, that's also initiation actually. So without initiation, this would be. But if someone is not formal initiated,
No,
okay, but this is also that if he follows Prabhupada's instruction and take the mantra, it is still he is also initiated on it.
I will send the link. We can discuss that if you want next week. We can discuss that 15 Madhya Leela's 15:108. Maybe not because it requires so many other things to first understand before we get to 15. But I can send that to you, Prabhu. So basically, it's there is a theoretical possibility that one can chant Hare Krishna mantra, not be initiated formally, informally, whatever we are talking about. Nothing. No guru, nothing. Only hears Hare Krishna mantra, doesn't know, likes the mantra, just keeps chanting Hare Krishna mantra, have not heard Srila Prabhupada, no, nothing. Hare Krishna mantra is so powerful that just by the mantra chanting one can be delivered finally and attain the highest everything.
Now I
Because don't get also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in his Shikshastakam, I have invested all my transcendental potencies in the holy name. Therefore, if he's saying all my transcendental,
Yeah.
Guru Tattva, Guru potency is also included in that.
Krishna mantra. The problem is
but,
that
but Prabhupada say that but you know this is very famous in the Prabhupada circuit, this line that if someone accept the disciplic succession only, and there is no more need of official initiation, but if we take serious the disciplic succession and follow the instruction, that means actually this is the real initiation, and then if we chant the mantra, that's enough also.
yeah, it's little bit what you are saying is really definitely this is for us for definitely because but it's little bit different what even Balaram Prabhu is also saying that the Shikshashtaka, no, just no guru, nothing. Just that one can go. But it is so difficult. Mostly it is difficult because we need how even with all of that it is being so difficult. So what to speak of without all of this?
It's not the general way.
Yeah. But just
Prabhu, but so without user set, we can just chant no guru official that initiated. But how will he be offenseless? For offenseless, he
why we
required a
no,
guru.
definitely no, that's the problem, no. See but the thing is Krishna, just like what Balaram Prabhu is saying, that Lord Chaitanya has already invested all his potencies, even Guru Tattva, everything is there in the Hare Krishna mantra too. Everything. So by chanting, by that association, everything can come. Our faith level is not so much, we are so much in material. I mean, it's so difficult for us to just take that and go with it. Otherwise, there is no guru needed, no parampara needed, no guru, Bhagavatam, nothing else is required, no, if that was sufficient, generally. But
So
theory,
just like chanting, I cannot even chant without the association. I always, therefore, I never miss that morning one. So it is important that many other aspects that we have to follow everything for chanting also. Chanting also, only chanting means it has, just like you said that mantra guru. So mantra means everything included, association also, instructions also, Bhagavat, yeah, or only only chanting mantra is sufficient. How to understand that?
it's basically one is a theoretically and another is practically. Now, all the mantras normally require, one can't just chant the mantra. The Guru always gives other instructions to chant the mantra. All the mantras are like that. You know, every mantra, including Brahmaji was initiated, he was initiated with tapa, with the mantra. Even Lord Chaitanya was initiated. Ishwara Puri gave him other instructions with the chanting of the mantra, the Bhagavatam verse. He talked about Bhagavata Dharma. So, but the Maha Mantra is there, which can be chanted without any instruction also. That is the power of this Maha Mantra is like that, that nothing is required because everything is invested in that. Lord Chaitanya has already done that.
Plus,
But,
Nimai Pandit Prabhu,
but it's so
we have
difficult.
the example of Dhruva Maharaj, right? He came out with a material desire, and Narad Muni came to him and just said, "Okay, chant this mantra." He didn't give seemingly, he didn't give many other instructions
He
except,
gave him so
I
many.
don't know if he gave any.
No, that is no. See, other than the Hare Krishna mantra, there is no other mantra you can chant without the instructions. There is nothing else. It's because Lord Chaitanya has done that facility in the Kali Yuga. But that also is very difficult. I mean, it's like impossible almost for anybody else to follow. But but Narad Muni gave him so many instructions, no? You see here. I will read you the instruction here. Then but Narad Muni gave lot of shiksha to Dhruv Maharaj, SB 4842 to 52, and then initiated him with the Diksha mantra. So, my dear boy, therefore wish you all good fortune. You should go to the bank of Yamuna where there is a virtuous forest. All these are instructions. Now, there should be, just by going there, one draws nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, that was his first instruction, where to go. Then he told him to go, stay near the Yamuna river. You should take 3 baths daily because the water is very auspicious, sacred, and clear. After bathing, you should perform the necessary regulatory principles of Ashtanga Yoga and then sit down on your asana in a calm and quiet position. After sitting on your seat, practice the 3 kinds of breathing exercises and thus gradually control the life air, the mind, and the senses. Completely free yourself from all mental contamination and with great patience begin to meditate on the Supreme Person of Godhead. These are all mantras being given with the mantra. You see, the form of the Lord is described herein. He told him whom to meditate upon, then the Lord's face. He told him exactly the form of the Lord. So wonderful description. Then Narmadi continued, the Lord's form is always youthful. Like that, he gave him the whole Lord's form. The entire body he gave him more and more. And then one who meditates in this way, concentrating his mind upon the always auspicious form of the Lord, is very soon free from all mental contamination. And then, after giving this instruction, then Narad Muni initiated him with this mantra. O son of king, now I shall speak unto you the mantra which is to be chanted with this process of meditation. See, with this process of meditation. So, It's so interesting. In this purport itself, he talks about that. Narad Muni uses the word japa, which indicates the mantra to be chanted is very confidential. One may ask, if it is confidential, why is it mentioned in the writing of Srimad Bhagavatam? It is confidential in this sense. One may receive a published mantra anywhere, but unless it is accepted through the chain of disciplic succession, the mantra does not act. It is said by authoritative sources that any mantra chanted without having been received from the disciplic succession has no efficacy. So this is how he was receiving this whole instructions with the chanting of the mantra together. Another point established in this verse is that meditation should be carried on with the chanting of mantra. Chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is the easiest process of meditation in this age. As soon as one chants the Hare Krishna mantra, he sees the forms of Krishna, Ram and their energies, and that is the perfect stage of trance. One should not artificially try to see. But when the chanting is performed offenselessly, the Lord will automatically reveal himself to the view of the chanter. The chanter therefore has to concentrate on hearing the sound vibration without extra endeavor. The Lord will automatically appear. Then he gave him the mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He told him, Mantrena 12th mantra, one should install the physical forms of the Lord, and the chanting of the mantra, one should offer flowers and fruits and other varied foodstuff exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by the authorities, but this should be done in the consideration of time, place, time, attendance, conveniency, inconveniences. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Ashish Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Prabhu. But Prabhu, regarding the two high instruction and low instruction regarding chanting. For instance, the first stage where it says that one doesn't need any qualification to start chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra because it's a transcendental mantra, right? One doesn't need any qualification or any previous piety or whatever, right? In the beginning, it is like that. But afterwards said that in order to attain the result, to achieve the result, you need to have it from a bona fide source, right? You need to have it from the right source, bona fide source. So, and to achieve that offenseless chanting, you can't commit the third offense, which is what to disobey the orders of spiritual master, right? To disobey the orders of spiritual master, to accept him as an ordinary person, and to be envious of his exalted position. So if among the mainstream they are most of them, 99.9% of them, it all depends on the consciousness now, right? Because there may be many people on the mainstream side also, which out of fear they might be knowing, they may be knowing the July 9th directive, but they can't openly disclose it, right? So there are many things like that which kind of hamper the growth of the movement.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on that?
Anyone wants to answer this thing? Hmm?
Actually, Vashish Prabhu, if you don't mind, can you repeat that again? Just this sentence. You said 90 or 99% of the mainstream what? Can you finish that sentence for me, please?
90 or 99%, we don't accept Prabhupada as Diksha Guru, as a mantra guru.
Yeah.
Their
Okay.
consciousness.
So that's, sorry to say, but that's our speculation that they don't accept Prabhupada as their Diksha Guru,
No,
whatever that
they
means.
they don't accept Prabhupada as their Diksha Guru, Babu. That's quite simple.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's very clear what
Vashish
I'm
Prabhu,
saying.
okay. You just asked the question. I'm just giving you an answer, some feedback, like it or not like it, whatever. But I'm still saying that is our speculation, as in what they think, what they see, we don't know, each devotee. And more important, actually, than me, what I'm taking from my side or what they're taking from their side, the question is actually, how is Prabhupada taking them? Because if Prabhupada is taking their service and taking that whatever they're doing and is accepting that, then that's where things are working, actually. How is Prabhupada relating to this devotee, whoever they may be, this group or that group, whatever? Prabhupada doesn't have this sectarian stuff that we do. And certainly he's most merciful, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. So really that is the important point. How is Srila Prabhupada and Krishna taking this particular person's service, whether he's in ISKCON or not in ISKCON, whether he's in this group or that group? That is
Prabhu,
the
okay, okay, Prabhu. I think we've discussed about that earlier. We've discussed about that
So
earlier.
many
Where
times we have discussed this thing. Let's go to the next point. And um,
sorry
let's,
for the noise outside. So okay, let me answer what Balaram Prabhu said. See, I'm not kind of judging them or anything against them, right? That depends only upon Prabhupada. That in the beginning I said, but we are not here to judge them, right? But Prabhupada also said that we should always thinks knowledge is there to discriminate, to discern, right? Because at some point you have to make some decision, right? For your own benefit, like for your own choice or for your own path. There are few things that you have to decide or to make some decision. For instance, what Prabhu said, like, see, depending upon their consciousness, their heart, Prabhupada knows and Krishna knows. So that's why you'll find many mainstream devotees on the national level. They are doing great things. Of course, Krishna and Prabhupada is reciprocating to them. In India, for instance, you'll find many mainstream devotees who have achieved lots of name, fame. So I'm not saying that it's all useless. We are any one of us here is not saying like they're all useless. No, nobody is saying that here. But we are saying that if they had accepted Prabhupada, just like you ask Nimai Prabhu who is his Diksha Guru, he will tell you Prabhupada is my Diksha Guru. Same thing if you ask any of the any famous mainstream devotee now, you ask him who is his Diksha Guru, that clarity of speech, of mind, he should not have any confusion, or there should not be any hypocrisy in saying that Prabhupada is my Diksha Guru. Only what I'm saying, Prabhu.
theoretical matters, no? What one is conveying.
Theoretical, just practically also,
Also,
Prabhu. Practically,
and how can one say it also? One can't even say it, no? Because one is
what?
grateful. I'm just saying if
Yeah,
somebody,
they will say they are grateful to Prabhupada because they will accept Prabhupada as a foundational Siksha Guru. But they won't accept Prabhupada as a Diksha Guru, as a as their Diksha Guru. They will say, yes, Prabhupada now hoitu many things they will say. But
yeah,
as a main Siksha Guru, without knowing that the main Siksha Guru also is a Diksha Guru. That's a fallacy in the what? The
I mean, and one
sorry.
can see from this, no, mantra guru, there the misunderstanding is that mantra is just receiving the mantra one time. That is a Diksha Guru, which is like such a superficial, uh, ignorant way of understanding mantra guru. Now that we are going deeper, we are hearing again and again Srila Prabhupada is explaining what mantra guru is, and chant
Prabhu,
Hare Krishna mantra with the
sorry.
instructions, and who can make it
Yes, but
chanting, so that is a Diksha Guru.
just like you're saying, Babu, Diksha is not a one-time event. Like it is always said that we always say Diksha is not a one-time event. It's a whole process.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rancho Prabhu, you have anything to say? Add?
Yeah,
So,
Prabhu. Yeah,
yeah.
one point, just like Balram was saying that it doesn't matter how we are, how Srila Prabhupada is seeing. So Srila Prabhupada is seeing he's equal sum to everyone. It means if Srila Prabhupada depends only on that, then there is nothing on our part.
Mhm.
There is a two-way reciprocation. Yes, Srila Prabhupada is also giving his instruction, and we also have to follow all his instruction. That is also
Yeah, definitely. No, it goes both ways. No. Leo Prabhu, you have anything to add?
Nope, not at the moment, Prabhu. I'm just a crow among swans.
Whoever thinks one is a crow, Krishna thinks he's a swan. That's Lord Chaitanya's thinking. No?
Leo Prabhu, give me that consciousness. I want that. Please.
Well, I guess it's whatever I gain through association through here.
Good. Christoph Prabhu, you have anything to finish this conversation? Finish us off?
So it's nearly it's 5:40 in Portugal, so it's quite late.
Yes. Okay.
so about 10-10 in India. 10-10 in India.
See?
Okay. Hare Krishna. So it's very interesting, huh? This mantra guru. I really love understanding this mantra because finally it all boils down to how we are chanting. No? So by understanding more and more, my God, my chanting is, I won't say it has improved a lot, but it is definitely gone from the dump to a little hearing, understanding the mantra aspect.
Yeah.
Little better than earlier, no? This mantra aspect. Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhus. Thank you very much. And Mataji, we will.
Hare Krishna. Panchakalpadasya kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanam vaishnava
Next week, no, we will pick up this thing about how these instructions are there is a whole. Now I'm starting to discover there is a whole. All these instructions and all these things are there with the mantra that he is giving a guru. What all he is giving with the mantra, and why a shiksha guru generally becomes a diksha guru. So all that let us take up next week. Huh? Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.